Danganronpa.
Reality slips far away, fiction comes alive, we start to play. Hope is no more behind the closed door as we drift away from where we were before. Hope and hopelessness become one, it's all meaningless, we've already begun. Yup, we are all one and the same, never opposites, we play the same game.
Walk the line between hope and despair, running from the truth but it's already here. Told so many lies, I don't know if they can find me. Only one life to live, so choose wisely. Heads or tails, they even though the side you're on doesn't really matter if it's on the same point. If you wanna achieve, you gotta believe the time right now, there's the door, is the key.
Chase the pain up and let it fade away. There's a ray of hope beyond despair. Move on, look for the truth in this world.
Dedication, that's what it all is.
Break through the confusion, find a solution. Beat the twisted evil things. Just do it, go for it, never. You should find a solution. Beat the twisted evil things. Just do it. Go for it.
The elevator descended slowly. No one dared to speak a word. Did someone really kill Fujikawa? Everyone's face had the same expression on it. Either determination or fear. There was no in between. Would we really manage to find her killer? Or were we just lucky that we figured out Mario last time because of Kirby?
Well, kiddos, here we are once again. I don't know about you, but I never get tired of this rush. You know how it goes, probably. You find the blackened, or you bite the dust. Alternatively, though, I have another prompt for you guys.
An alternative?
Yes, sir, Hoshino. I am adding another rule to the class trials. I call it the Sacrifice Clause.
Sacrifice clause?
Yup, it's simple. Basically, if you guys fail to find the culprit, you have the option to sacrifice someone in place of the blackened.
So what's stopping us from just sacrificing someone right here, right now, and we don't even have to worry about the trial?
Don't you at least want to try to find Fujikawa's killer? We might as well try, and if we can't, I guess that's a good alternative. But we should bring justice for her, right? Yeah, we can't have our killer running loose.
Fine, don't wreck my ears. Jeez.
Anywho, that's pretty much all. I see you new students found some spots pretty nicely. Now this courtroom's even more full, but don't worry, it will slowly whittle down more and more and more.
And I'm sure you've noticed the new portraits by now. Poo-poo-poo.
Well, I've rambled on for long enough. Now, let's find out who murdered Pink Yoshi Fujikawa, the ultimate street smart. Without further ado, let's let the second class trial begin.
I can't believe this happened again. That someone really did kill again.
Regardless, let's get this over with. I don't want to be in this room any longer than I have to be.
Alright then. Well, I guess at least we don't have to debate the murder weapon. That was relatively obvious.
Indeed, I believe there can be little doubt of what caused Miss Fujikawa's demise. So where do we start then?
Perhaps we should examine what happened yesterday first?
I believe that is a wise decision. Since it seems the same type of weapon was used, it's very likely our culprit is the same one who injured Purple Yoshi. Jeez, I didn't even realize it was a big deal at the time. You think someone did this on purpose, or I just really get that unlucky?
I cannot discern why you of all people would be attacked. I can verify from our search that the shop ball was undoubtedly taken from the gym storage area. We discovered a number of them stuffed into a gym bag.
Who even cares? How does that have anything to do with why Pink Yoshi is dead? I know you're hurting, Kawasaki, but don't worry. We're gonna do everything we can to bring Pink Yoshi's killer to justice.
Indeed, we won't stop until the truth is uncovered.
With Bowser's discovery, we can surmise our culprit was most certainly acquired the murder weapon from there.
Unfortunately, all of us have been in and out of the gym multiple times. I don't know if there's any way to figure out who might have taken something from that room.
Since that is undoubtedly true, perhaps we should replace our attention somewhere else? I mean, do we possess any other clues is what I'm saying. Well, as I said before, I received a note this morning telling me to arrive at the theater at 2:15 or someone would be hurt. After what happened to Purple Yoshi last night, I was wary about testing this person. If you don't believe me, here it is right here. Why such a specific time, and well after the concert had already begun? Kimura, may I see the note you received? Sure, knock yourself out. Thank you.
Perhaps it was a means of casting suspicion upon Kimura, to have her arrive just as the crime took place.
I think you're onto something. I discovered a piece of piano wire that was attached to the handle of the door. What if it was used as a trigger to spring the trap on the stage?
Now, hold on a second. There's no way something like that could have been done by one of us.
Mind over strength.
Whoa, how am I wrong? Piano wire isn't invisible, you know. Surely one of us would have seen it earlier. We spent a few hours preparing this morning. In fact, Bugaruki was helping with the lights and on the ladder, making sure everything was ready just before the concert started. There couldn't have been wire on the door like that.
While I cannot attest for what Bugaruki did or did not see, you are being deceived by such a simple trick. Think back a moment, darling. When you arrived earlier this morning, the door to the theater was already wide open, was it not?
Yeah, it actually was, but that doesn't change anything. Hey, don't call me darling!
It does actually change something. If the wire was affixed to the handle and the door was entirely open, it would have been kinda hidden from sight. I'm assuming the wiring ran above us and towards the rigging above the stage itself.
Nice try, but even if that were true, the door to the theater was shut by Donkey Kong.
Oh yes, but there's no way he could have seen it, because the lights were dimmed right before Donkey Kong closed the door. With the only lighting being centered on the stage, it's very unlikely he would have seen it.
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it does make sense.
Does that mean Hagihara falls under suspicion? She could have ran the wiring above the stage to hide her own work?
Oh, get out of here with that crap! Don't talk to Daisy like that. I, for one, still am not totally convinced of your innocence. And what, you think the chick conked herself over the head? We've already been over this garbage. No way that she knew she'd survive that attack from yesterday. Don't be such a nut job.
Look, we're all just spitballing here right now. Don't get so out of shape, you guys, yeah?
Please do not fight. Miss Hagihara was just following the instructions. The whole production had a guide to follow.
A guide? What the heck are you going on about? Duh, how did I forget that? Donkey Kong is right though. We basically had a program guide. It covered the staging of the instruments, how to handle the lights and sound. Though I think it was the band themselves that came up with it, right?
Yep, it was Bartle's idea, but we all worked on it together. In retrospect, it seems like a great idea. A way to keep things organized. We never expected it to end up like this.
I see. Well, that does shed some light on things. In order to assure the culprit wouldn't be discovered, would they not need to assure that things went in a particular direction? The guide would keep things in a neat order, meaning that it's very likely that one of those who worked on the program itself is the guilty party.
Wait, before we go any further, I have a bit of a suspicion that's kind of been irking me. Mind if we address it really quick?
Yeah, go right ahead, Iggy.
Well, it's just... right after the death happened, Daisy and Chain Chomp left in kind of a hurry. Could they have go to hide evidence or something like that?
That actually does make a lot of sense. I do remember hearing her mumble something and then they both ran out together.
Stop it. It's not what you think. You guys don't understand.
I mean, they have been hanging out together a lot. I'm sure they'd have a motive.
Seriously, stop it. You guys don't even understand the half of it. You got it all wrong.
Wow, wow, wow. Looks like we've got the culprit. Come on now, confess. Come on, come on, come on. Jeez.
What the heck is that?
Oh, it feels so good to finally come out. It feels like it's been decades. Well, now that I'm here, I guess I should introduce myself. I am Rose, the real ultimate insanity, or more formally known as the ultimate serial killer. A serial killer? You mean this is your alternate personality, Daisy? See, she is the one who did it. Let's punish her already and get this over with. Punish? The heck you talking about? Come to think of it, where the heck am I? It's been so long since I've been out. Where are we? What has Daisy been doing with her life?
It's like you're a totally different person now.
You say something, Green Stash? Anyway, Daisy must have needed me for something really important if I was forced out like this. Stop playing dumb already and just admit to it.
Yeah, it's getting late and I need to get my beauty sleep. Everyone shut up! You all are so ignorant. You're running about like wild gooses, accusing Daisy of something you actually have no proof of. Yeah, she has multiple personality disorder, and yes, she entrusted me with that detail, but you all had to go and frighten her to force her other personality out. They both don't share memories, but whenever she feels that she's in danger, her other alternate personality, Rose, comes out, so thanks a lot for that. And not even that, why would we leave after the performance? We left because when she saw Pink Yoshi's body, she felt scared and in danger, so we left so she couldn't come out in front of all of you all.
Geez, you must be pretty ballsy standing up to a serial killer like that. And yes, that was pun intended.
Look, can you just bring us back Daisy? We need her for the trial.
Listen, pal, I don't know what she sees in you, but I think I'm gonna hang for a while. Whatever you guys are doing seems pretty cool, so I'll just sit here and see how this plays out.
Alright then. Sorry, Chain Chomp.
Yes, of course, my sincerest apologies.
Yeah, whatever, I guess I'm sorry too.
If you're all quite done now with this stupid waste of time, we may move on to more important matters.
Such as?
Such as figuring out the real killer. I was onto something before this little quarrel nonsense happened. Anyways, we were talking about the guide and how it would keep things in order, and I said that it is likely that one of those who worked on the program itself is the guilty party.
Oh, right. Let's continue on that. Well, it couldn't have been Kobayashi, right? Dude's got only one arm at the moment. That kind of stuff couldn't be done by a one-armed man.
Plus, she was also very close to Kobayashi. He wouldn't hurt her. My thoughts precisely. Well, as it stands, we have two suspects, do we not? One of which planned this out from the very beginning, Burrow, and another one who has quite a good motive to get out of this place, Yellow Toad. You and Blue Toad did just find out you were brothers after all, and if I do recall, you were standing farthest away from the murder itself.
I know what you're trying to say. Even I know how it looks. However, that's not the case. I swear I wouldn't kill Pink Yoshi.
I believe Yellow Tie-Dye don't have any evidence on my own behalf. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything else much to offer.
I would never do anything like that to hurt Pink Yoshi. She was crazy, eccentric, and full of life. We talked about what we would do together after we left this place. She's the last person I would ever want to hurt. Huh. I believe all of them. But someone has to be lying, right?
So feelings are sufficient for evidence now? How absurd. We cannot allow such frivolous things to distract us from the obvious truth.
Well, even if what you say is true, Kokododo, we still have no concrete proof tying any of them to the crime itself.
Well, there must be an inconsistency somewhere. It's impossible for everyone to be an innocent party.
Indeed, there must be something we haven't discovered yet. Perhaps we should focus on the trap that Luigi discovered? If it was indeed a trap, someone must have been the catalyst.
If memory serves, both Rosalina and Shy Guy took their leave right before Fujikawa's death.
Well, what are you saying?
I believe she is insinuating that you or Rosalina may have served as the trigger for the crime itself.
Even if that is possibly true, what difference does it make? We weren't the ones who set the trap.
The question we have been able to answer is why someone would target Fujikawa, or better yet, be able to assure the trap would work at all, unless they left it to chance.
But that would be insanity. Why would anyone take such a risk to plan all this and just hope that it worked?
Well, someone might be more willing to take a chance if they had something like an unknown entity on their side. Someone with some sort of power that we all don't possess. Am I right, Drybones?
Sorry, you have such a low opinion that you think of me being capable of such a thing?
I want to trust all of my friends, but there's definitely writing on the wall that I have to acknowledge. Kirby mentioned that he saw you on the ladder a short time before the show. To anyone else, you could have simply been checking something seemingly innocent. However, in truth, you could have been staging all of this.
And this unknown entity that you speak of?
Yes, your talent is a spirit medium. You could have channeled a spirit or something to make sure that your target would not miss. So just leave Shy Guy and Rosalina out of this. Fess Operator, you're the one really behind this, aren't you?
I really don't like getting this involved, In all honesty, I wanted all of you to solve this. However, this trial cannot go on forever, and you all haven't even begun to close in on the real truth.
What are you saying, Dry Bones?
Perhaps he has some sort of defense in mind.
The assumption that I was involved was correct. I did in fact mess with the wiring above the stage.
Why does he seem so relaxed? What am I missing?
Why, Dry Bones?
I did it to save all of you.
Dry Bones, what are you saying? How could this help any of us?
Why, you ask? That will become readily apparent in due time.
You crazy fool! How can you be so calm after killing her?
I'm not sure I understand what you're suggesting.
Don't play dumb. He's talking about the girl you murdered.
Let me ask you something. If I put a gun in front of you, but you're the one who picks it up and shoots someone, are you the killer, or am I?
What is that even supposed to mean?
He would be the murderer in that situation. However, this is different. The intent to kill was yours by staging this.
Is it now? We're all a bunch of talented ultimates. Wake up! The rules outside do not apply here. In order to conquer the despair inside of the school, you have to understand the rules. I was not the one who planned this murder. However, I did discover, and I will admit to meddling, though all of it was to save you all.
Oh my gosh. Dry Bones, you didn't.
As I said, I did it to save you all. You all have become very complacent. In order to go forward, there is only one solution.
Solution? What are you even suggesting?
Oh, okay, I think I've had enough of the crazy guy. How about we call it a wrap here and vote for him?
Kirby, we can't do that, even if we should.
Why the heck not?
Because, Bowser, in the killing game, the rules aren't the same as our normal laws outside of here. Dry Bones may have been the culprit, whereas he maintains he may have simply tampered with someone else's trap. However, in this game, the person who directly caused Fujikawa's death became the killer instead.
Oh, I knew this was going to be great! Give that girl a prize, she's absolutely right! Your buddy Dry Bones here turned someone into a murderer without even knowing it!
No, that's so cruel!
This is all bullcrap. How is this fair at all?
Fair? Who said anything about fair?
Explain your actions. Why in the world would you do something that doesn't benefit you? Now that we know even if you're not the killer, you gain nothing.
It's not about what I gain. This is all to save all of you. As Monokuma said, to reach further points into Hope's Peak requires more trials. This, of course, requires more murders to occur. At first, I had believed that we could prevail without this. However, I see now that the only way forward is to just face the despair head on.
I don't know who died or what the heck's going on here, but I definitely don't buy this guy's story.
It's because of Birdo, wasn't it?
Me? What do you mean?
I just kept thinking to myself, why target someone who is moving constantly? If it were Dry Bones' murder, then as Luigi suggested, it makes sense he can use a spirit as a factor. However, if Dry Bones is telling the truth about tampering with something already in place, maybe he affected who the victim would be.
For an acrobat, you are surprisingly remarkable. Yes, you could say I did change the outcome.
Pink Yoshi's dead because of me? I see. So the original target was the one who was stationary in the first place.
Again, while this is all interesting, it is irrelevant. The fact is neither I or the person who staged this in the first place are directly responsible for Pink Yoshi's death. The person who opened the door was the one who set the trap in motion. Their action is what brought about Pink Yoshi's death.
What the heck are you getting at?
I mean, whoever was the one to open the door to the theater is the one who is legitimately responsible for Pink Yoshi's death.
It was me.
No, Shy Guy.
This can't be true! Monokuma, there has to be something, anything you can do! This isn't justice! He abused the system!
Who said anything about justice? These are my rules, and Dry Bones didn't do anything wrong. So if Little Shy Guy did off someone unknowingly or otherwise, he's gonna have to pay a fabulous punishment waiting for him if he's picked as the Blackened.
No, Shy Guy, there's no way. There has to be something that we missed. No, I refuse to let this happen. We're gonna figure this out, okay? It's not gonna end like this. I told you we'd get out of here, okay?
I did it, Rosalina. Don't you understand? It's because of me that she's dead. I killed her.
Because of his sacrifice and through deciding the despair for death, it will only make us be able to get stronger.
Just shut up! Stop saying these horrible things. I can't believe this is who you really are, Dry Bones. It's so sick. It's terribly cruel.
I figured you all would resent me for not simply stopping the track, but it will be worth it.
You knowingly allowed something like this to happen. You wanted this outcome all along.
Of course, only the strongest can emerge from facing the darkest.
Order in the court. I said before, attacking your fellow classmates inside a trial is strictly prohibited and will result in punishment.
Very well, I'll accept that. It will be worth it to remove someone who'd hurt someone as innocent as Shy Guy. Stop it, Goomba. Shy Guy wouldn't want this. Move, Tsubasa, or I will make you.
Goomba, please don't. I never wanted to hurt anyone. Please don't do this. I want you guys to keep going. For me.
For you, Shy Guy. This is not over. I will make you suffer, even if it kills me. I welcome you to try.
So what the heck do we do now?
I refuse. I will not vote for him. I don't care what anyone else says. I made him a promise, and I'm not going to back down.
I understand how you feel, Natsumaru, but we've lost 3 people already. If we don't vote him guilty, we all die.
We aren't upset. You're a good person, Shy Guy.
We just don't have a choice, do we? Ugh, shame we can't vote for the stupid bear.
There's always a choice if you know where to look. We have a chance to do something we didn't before.